Today we have a very special piece brought in for restoration. This wonderful painting is almost 3 centuries old. As you can see, it has seen better days. The corners all have holes, the edges are frayed, and the varnish is dull. It looks as though each of the last 250 years has silently added another layer of dirt. The artwork itself is called Marquis and the Letter, and was painted in 1762 by the French portrait painter F. Arnaud of Marseille. Each small imperfection will be meticulously restored to the owner's specifications. However, care will be taken not to make the painting appear new. The owner doesn't want to lose the aged character it has gained over its long lifetime. Whilst we prepare the studio, why don't you sit back and relax? I'm about to take you through the delicate, intricate process of fine art restoration. In the UK, artists commonly pushed wooden wedges behind each corner to tighten the canvas once it was mounted on the stretcher. However, in continental Europe, metal tacks were used instead. We begin by removing these old tacks in order to take the painting off the stretcher. This will let us repair the holes they've left behind and strengthen the sides, thus ensuring the painting can be pulled tight across the stretcher without ripping it. Once they've all been taken out, we lay down some tissue paper and carefully lift off the stretcher from the picture. We set about brushing 250 years worth of dust and dirt away. This picture has seen a restoration before, and we need to repair some of the same spots as the last restorer. So, we set about removing the old patches and glue with a scalpel, being careful not to damage the painting any further. Scraping the glue off may seem harmful to the canvas, but it's perfectly safe when done properly, and highly effective. In the 18th century, materials were very expensive, so a lot of art was painted on old linen or sack due to their durability. The logo you can see in the top corner tells us this is probably linen. We lay down a sheet of silicone release paper to protect the table from heat. Then, we take some strong mulberry paper that's been impregnated with glue and press it over the holes in the back of the canvas. By rubbing a heated spatula across the gluey paper, we bind it staunchly to the linen, providing it support. This process is repeated for all the damaged areas. Once we're happy, we strengthen the sides too, covering the holes made by the original tacks. After this, the canvas is turned over and its edges quickly cleaned up with scissors. Wood stopper filler is applied to holes and uneven areas, and smoothed over with cotton wool. The surface needs to be smooth and level for when we come to retouch it. We are now ready to place the painting back on the stretcher and re-tack. Initially, the new tacks are only hammered in halfway. This allows us to move them and adjust the painting more easily if needed. A pair of pliers helps pull the canvas taut as we work. As you can see, the painting is now nice and taut, so we set about hammering in the tacks the rest of the way. With marquee and the letter structurally repaired and placed back on the stretcher, we prepare the easel and lights for the next stage: cleaning. Using cotton wool, we gently apply a surface cleaner to remove the top layers of dirt. Next, we create a mix of solvent and turpentine to break down and remove the old varnish. It's crucial this mix is correct, as too much solvent will cut through and dissolve the original paint. We conduct a test clean on the letter, watching attentively to make sure no paint is rubbed off. Our mix is just right. Now we can begin to remove the rest of the varnish. We let the solvent do most of the work, using a cotton bud to apply it ever so gently to the canvas. A second cotton bud is used to mop up the varnish, along with any excess drips. This stage cannot be rushed. As we work, the original art is slowly revealed from beneath years of dirt and grime. The lighter areas really give you a sense of just how discolored the composition has become over time. Once dry, we first brush the painting, then use a tacked cloth to remove any remaining dirt and dust. The surface must be completely clean before we apply our retouching varnish. The purpose behind this varnish layer is to create a barrier between our retouching and the original art. This allows for any adjustments we make to be removed in the future if necessary. It also brings the colors up, so we can more accurately color match when we get to painting. We allow the varnish to dry and prepare the studio and equipment. Each brush is carefully selected, ensuring they all have a fine tip and can be easily splayed, so we can accurately paint even the most minute of details. A good restoration will keep adjustments to a minimum, looking to keep as much of the original artwork as possible. Our paint selection is done by eye. It takes years of practice to understand which colors go together to create a certain color palette. We use a little turpentine to help us mix the paints together. Before we start retouching, we make sure all small marks and fly droppings are scraped away. Little by little, we create a mix of color to perfectly match the paint on the canvas. When we're happy with the shade, it's time to start retouching. The process is painstaking but highly rewarding, as hundreds of years of damage and neglect are slowly reversed. With the front of the painting complete, we turn our attention to the back. The adhesive patches we used to repair the canvas stand out, so we blend them in with the rest of the linen. Finally, we spray on a finishing varnish. We use a spray as this gives a more even finish and doesn't disturb our retouching the way a brush might. There you have it. Marquee and the letter has been meticulously restored back to its beautiful 18th century self. The once prominent holes are all but gone, and the dull, sterile color of old has been replaced with warm, rich tones that are bursting with life. Marquee is now ready to withstand the next 250 years the way he was always meant to. We hope you enjoyed watching the process as much as we did filming it.
I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. It's all
They're off. Now he's practicing the flip. That's how he'll have to land. He'll have to land on his back. At 18,000 feet, the oxygen mask will come off. That will be from his cousin, Andy Farrington, who will be closest to him. There goes the oxygen mask. Now at 12,000 feet, he'll hear a beep in his helmet. That will tell him he's halfway home. Momentarily, we'll see his jump team pull their chutes, and that means Luke is all alone for the rest of the way. At 6,000 feet, he'll get another beep in his helmet. There goes the chutes. Luke is on his own. And the crowd on the ground looking up, they have a visual on him right now. He's in! And he's kicking and moving. From here it looked perfect. You've just witnessed history being made.
غارها همیشه یکی از جذاب‌ترین پدیده‌های طبیعی هستند. جاذبه‌هایی که به تدریج در طول زمان‌های بسیار طولانی ایجاد شده و در حال حاضر با شکوه و زیبایی غیرقابل وصف در مقابل دید ما قرار گرفتند. گرچه در سراسر جهان غارهای متنوعی وجود داره، اما برخی از اونها رو میشه به عنوان عجیب‌ترین غارهای جهان نام برد که من الان میخوام چند تاشون رو بهتون معرفی کنم. غار فلوترید. این غار یه غار طبیعی و بسیار جذابه که میشه اونو به عنوان یکی از عجیب‌ترین غارهای جهان نام برد. غار فلوترید در کشور چین قرار داره که در سال 792 میلادی کشف شده. در نزدیکی این غار گیاهی رشد میکنه که از اون فلوت میسازن و به همین دلیل این اسم بر روی این غار گذاشته شده. داخل این غار بسیار جذابه و وجود تعداد زیادی استالاکتیت در قسمت داخلی غار زیباییشو چندین برابر کرده. غار آیس ریزنولت. غار آیس ریزنولت اتریش هم یکی از غارهای عجیب جهانه. این غار با 42 کیلومتر طول بزرگترین غار جهان محسوب میشه. غار آیس ریزنولت بخشای هیجان انگیزی داره که به شدت محبوب تماشاگرانه. تماشای این غار برای تمام گردشگران بسیار عالی خواهد بود، چرا که در مسیر سفر از سالزبورگ به سمت این غار بسیار خوشمنظر است. غار آیس ریزنولت همیشه از اول ماه می تا 26 اکتبر آماده میزبانی از گردشگرانه. غار ماربل. این غار یه غار آبیه که در دریاچه کارراه پاتاگونیا در مرز شیلی و آرژانتین واقع شده. درسته که این منطقه در یکی از دورافتاده ترین مناطق آمریکای جنوبی واقع شده، اما به قدری شگفت انگیزه که ارزش رفتن رو داره. غار عجیب ماربل در واقع یکی از بزرگترین ذخایر سنگ مرمر در کل جهان محسوب میشه. این غار مثل سایر غارهای جهان در طول سالهای مختلف و به مرور زمان تشکیل شده. غار یخی دابسینا. غار یخی دابسینا در محدوده کوهستانی که معروف به بهشت اسلواکیه واقع شده. این غار هم مثل سایر موارد ذکر شده یکی از عجیب ترین غارهای جهانه. این غار تحت حفاظت سازمان جهانی یونسکو قرار گرفته. این غار یخی شگفت انگیز یکی از عجیب ترین غارهای جهانه. گاهی ضخامت یخ‌های این غار به 26 متر میرسه. غار تاملت. غار تاملت در شمال تایلند واقع شده. این غار در استان ماههونگ تایلند قرار داره و طبق باور مردم محلی این غار مدت‌های خیلی طولانی محل زندگی اقوام باستانی بوده و حجاری‌های موجود در داخل این غار یادگار اون دورانه. غار تاملت یکی از عجیب‌ترین غارهای جهانه و این باور عمومی به وسیله نقاشی‌های موجود در روی دیوار غار و وسایل کشف شده در درون اون تایید میشه. غار کریستالی. غار کریستالی یکی از مشهورترین و البته عجیبترین غارهای جهانه. این غار جذاب داره بزرگترین بلورهای طبیعی در کل جهانه. به همین دلیل به نام غار کریستالی معروف شده. این غار در سال 2000 به صورت کاملا اتفاقی در زمان حفاری معدن کشف شده. غار کریستالی فوق‌العاده زیباست. در داخلش بلورهای شفافی رو خواهید دید که طی سالهای طولانی به آرامی شکل گرفتن. غار آبی کاپری. تمام غارها جذاب و زیبان، اما غارهای آبی به نظر جذاب‌ترن. غار آبی کاپری هم یکی از غارهای عجیب جهانه که در جزیره کاپری در ایتالیا واقع شده. این غار دارای درخششی به رنگ آبی و زمردینه و به همین دلیل محبوبیت زیادی در میان گردشگران کسب کرده. غار فینگال. این غار هم یکی از شاهکارهای زمین شناسیه. غار فینگال در جزیره استافا در کشور اسکاتلند قرار داره. این غار یکی از عجیب ترین غارهای جهانه. این جزیره گرچه غیر قابل سکونته، اما برای تماشای این غار ارزش رفتن رو داره. غار فینگال به کمک ستونهای شیش‌ضلعی مرتب که از جنس بازالت ساخته شده به یکدیگر متصل میشن و دیواره‌ها و سقف رو ایجاد میکنن و به همین دلیل غار فینگال مشهور شده و به یکی از نقاط محبوب گردشگری در دنیا تبدیل شده.